I never know whether or not to put music on before I start, but I really, really, really worry that I'm going to have a copyright hit or something like that. So anyway, let's make a start here. Oh, we got so much to do. Right now, then we've got a bit of an issue here. Where is that's this is what's not working at the moment. I think this is what we need. Yeah. This is what we need, and then we just need to increase it a bit, and then what we normally do is that we hide that in a minute. Okay, then. So I've got some additional rules that I need to just sort of like get clear in my head, and I just find that if I actually write it, then it actually sort of like keeps in my head a lot better, and then I can actually work it out because I've actually written something about it. So this is something that came up in last night's sort of like game, and I always have a list. I actually keep it on a piece of software called ClickUp. And I actually have on there things that I need to make sure that I sort out in preparation. Let's just pop that on. I don't know what's going to come through there yet, but we'll see. And one of the things that I needed to sort of like look into to make sure that I was doing it correct, because I'm not 100% sure that I called it correctly last night. There's some wonderful sorcery spells, by the way. The more and more I read into them, the more that I actually want to attack the party with it. Does that sound bad? That I actually want to play a sorcerer and sort of like see how it works. Okay, then. So I think I got this wrong, and Captain Kangaroo was very good last night. He said, "Oh, the magic affects targets with a size up to 3 times the intensity of the spell," which I think was like 27. And it's whether or not the monster was actually size 27 or not. I might just have a look at it. It's just loading in behind. I might just have a look at it. I think it was 3 times the intensity, and I think intensity of sorcerer's spells are 1/10 their invocation skill. I think that's what I think it is. I just want to click off this because I've been working on something else that I don't want to share with you quite yet. So here was the purple worm that we had, which was called a swamp worm, I think. And what was the size? 42, see? It was 42, so that's nowhere near. He shouldn't have been able to do it in any case. But that was my fault. We're not going to mess with it. I'm pretty sure his invocation skill is only 78. So the maximum his intensity will be 8, and then 3 lots of 8 would make 24. Yeah, so he shouldn't have been able to do that because the worm was actually a lot bigger than that. But never mind. Never mind. We're not going to pick faults about that at all. That was purely my fault. It's a endurance resist. Those who fail to resist begin to suffocate immediately, suffering damage at the start of the next round. Okay, so this is the other important bit that I need to make sure. And like I say, just writing it down actually helps it keep in my memory. Resist via endurance, wasn't it? Yeah, I think. We're in trouble. Yeah. Resist via endurance. Max size equals 3 times intensity. Okay. Effects start at the suffocates immediately. Suffocates immediately. Oh, if I can spell. Suffering damage at the start of the next round. Okay, so that's important as well. Okay, so it's actually based on asphyxiation. That's what it's actually based on. And those have some pretty sound rules. So these are the effects. It says if the roll is a critical success, no deterioration occurs. If the roll is a successful, well, it's not going to be success. That'll be part of the resistance. The character sustains 1d2 extra levels of fatigue that round. I'm wondering where the damage comes in. Right. Target suffers 1d2 extra levels of fatigue. Oh, it says the game master may wish to prevent fully imposing an enduring level of fatigue or damage. No, so that's so as far as I can see, there's no damage that's actually taken. Targets that humble their resistance equals 1d3 extra levels of fatigue. Okay, then. So let me just check this, that I've read everything correctly, because otherwise I'm going to make a mess. So it looks to me like this only actually has a an effect on fatigue. Right, let's just Not only it ceases to inflict damage once the victim passes out. Okay, then. So I think it's sort of like saying that fatigue is damage in this sense. Okay, which is fine. We can stick with that. Okay, then. So that's not a problem. That sort of like makes sense to me, and that should be absolutely fine. So the next one that I need is right. I need to make sure I understand what this is actually called, because we had an animist do some spell. It had his Tarek, which I'm really enjoying this animist now. I really am. So it brought out its decay spirit. This is what it brought out, and its decay spirit is a sickness spirit. Okay, then. So let's call this decay sickness spirit. Let's go into rules. Okay, and just click there again, click there, and then this is going to be private but publish. Go to full edit. Okay, then. So let me just take this, because I'm going to need this over here, and we need to look at this sickness spirit, because I'm not too sure whether or not I played it correct at all today, but we'll see. So this is what the rules say. Right. Lone spirit, if it gains a right. Lone sickness, they then follow them until they sleep or pass into an unconscious. At this point, the sickness spirit manifests and engages the target in spirit combat. If it gains a level success, the spirit infects the victim and wanders off to find another host. Only rarely do they overtly possess a victim in order to come into contact with other mortals. Animists can bind sickness into a fetish, and some even, right, so we've done that. Unlike mundane diseases, these, right, so this gives an ability, I think it's in this, this section. Is it called? Oh, disease. Here it is. So this is the disease part. The spirit carries one or more diseases. Instead of possessing a victim, it instead infects them via spirit combat, providing it succeeds in attack and gains one or more levels over its foe. Why does it need one or more levels over its Once infected, the victim must roll against their endurance skill to determine the severity of the disease, suffering a reduction if the spirit's willpower is higher than 100. Okay. Depending on the results of the endurance roll, the severity is as follows. An imparted disease endures until sickness is magically cured. The type of condition is limited by the intensity of the carrying spirit. Nothing prevents a spirit carrying a combination of disease conditions, save that the total intensity cannot exceed that of the spirit. Intensity 3 could carry a bleeding disease or combination. Oh, right. If the spirit has more than one condition, they trigger in cascade sequence of ascending order required by. Thus, a victim previously described 3 would suffer fever the first time the disease takes effect, then fever and blindness the second time. Right. So this cannot be done in the moment. It's just sort of like, even if it fails, the severity is terminal. The effects occur each hour. So it's almost like it's given a sickness, but it's not sort of like instant. It's not something that actually kills them straight away or anything like that. So maybe it's got curse as well. Let's just see if there's anything else that is suitable to have it. No. Okay, then. So this is a slightly so this doesn't happen in the spur of the moment. Is something that is given to the target, and then it first takes effect according to the endurance roll. First hour will be fever. Second hour will be unconsciousness. Okay. Right. So that's another one sorted. It does have action points as a curse as well. So that'll be fine. We just need to correct that. And that's that. So that's all done and dusted. So smother sheet. Right. So both those are done. I need to right. Okay, so that's all done and dusted. So that's good. So next up, I've been working on this shaman's 2. So this is sort of like the last sort of like part of the adventure. And I've actually been working on it. I've sort of like set up, this is roll 20, by the way, if you're wondering. I've started to set up the area. This is the area of the final battle. And I've got a few things that I want to do. So the first thing that I sort of like got thinking about was the idea of spirit possession. And I thought this is really interesting. And what I thought would happen. So we have to sort of like have the background here, and I think the background is really super important here. Okay, then. So when the spirits were one with Odess, there was a shaman who touched the evil. I think I wrote something about this earlier on. I think I put it in the overview. A town meeting, body on the beach. Let's just search for it. Overview. Return of the Spirit. Okay, I think I popped it in this one. Right, so I didn't put a huge amount of ideas in here, which is fine. That's not a problem. I think I might put more of it out. That hurt. Right, that's just my facial neuralgia just decided to fire off. So I'm just going to go and take a tablet. I'll be 1 second. Well, you don't want to still see me here. Okay, I am back. I've taken a tablet. Hopefully that'll stop it. And Body on the Beach, I think we put some more information in here. You've but the is different. It appears barren, silent, etc. Okay, then. So, and I want to get this right in this bit, so it feels right. Evil. No one ever wants to encourage boldness. Deserves to be locked away and forgotten about. Such was case shaman who dabbled with the evil spirit. Spirit, the spirit deity. Spirit deity of. Right, we actually had we had a name of this spirit. Let's just call up this. Because I think I might have and popped it in this. Just to let you know, you can all access this. The links in the chat there. Okay, then. The spirit of the great hunt every year. Spirits begin. But spirits remain their provider followers. Right. So I had this idea here. The spirit of malice, destruction, pain, and torture. And that's what I was. Let's just pop those in here. As the shaman's power grew, it became obvious to the other animists that they did to do something to ensure that the evil did spread. Ever the animists Odes captured the corrupt shaman and sealed him in underground tomb with his tactical followers. There has been for centuries. Transferring his spirit from follower to follower, and then there were 4 bodies. Lived by gaining connection with his spirit deity. Then it happened. The owl kept his beloved spirit board in for I need a name to dominate, to try and dominate the world once more. Shaman's spirit over the years had festered and brooded about his capture. His own spirit became corrupt, taking form of wraith. And that's going to be the major point. Has over the last decade in summoning spirits, try and gain access to the outside world. Was then a deep civilized, a group of underworld dwellers happened across to and Channeling his corruption, converted group to the savage. As or behind him is a winding tunnel which leads to the mountains west. Oops, don't need a capital. West of. Fine. Okay, so I've got an issue now. So normally he would be bound to that area, but I need to get him out of it. I need to get him out of it. You know, so I figure that we either have something like things around, like a protective circle or something like that, or it's a case that there's a tunnel behind him that he's been working on in order to gain access, you know, be able to get out. I almost like feel that he wants to cave. I was thinking that if the whole area is collapsed, his tomb no longer remains. It no longer exists, and that's him being freed. And maybe that is almost like the chance, you know, the chance that he can be this. How will the cave be destroyed in the end? How will the party get out? That's what I need to think about. Okay, so I'll leave that bit there because we need to do some more work, yes, on this final encounter. Okay, then. So I've been working on this already, and I've sort of like taken the approach of an Elder Scrolls Online dungeon, in the sense that as you progress through the dungeon, you meet separate bosses, and they all have like tactics. And then at the final boss, you've got to try to cope with all those tactics as it comes together. And so you might not be able to see them, but we've got, so this is sort of like the shaman. These are all the bones. These are on the GM layers, so players can't see them. So we've got some of these ghouls that can only be hit by magical weapons. And then up here, we've got some imps as well. And I really want to completely understand what's going to happen. And I've sort of like thought about what, as they come into the room, I want the, I sort of like want the body that the wraith is sort of like possessing, to sort of like, I don't know if you've ever seen Aliens, but there's a wonderful bit before it bursts out of her chest that they say, "We're going to get you out. We're going," and the person just says, "Help me, help me," and then also goes out of her chest. And I really like that idea. Um, frail, and frail and fragile human lies on the solid stone platform. Open sarcophagus. That spells sarcophagus. We do have spelling on here, which is nice. There we go, sarcophagus. I think channeling probably needs 2 L's in, if I'm not mistaken. Open sarcophagus to one side. Human looks dirty, bedraggled, and close. Yeah. As the party approaches, will reach out, beg for help. A suitable point. Frail voice will be replaced by a hideous laughter as the wraith decides that playtime is over. Battle is going to begin. Okay, so this is important here. Wraith cannot leave the stone platform, but soon someone passes across or onto it, the sealed area is broken. The fellow force happen. Tools have no effect. Okay. Okay, so that's good. So now we've got various aspects that we can actually play with. So imps will fly down and try to prevent spell casting. Their attacks can be avoided by using aid if they are not avoided. They will attach themselves to minimum damage. However, their purpose is to cause casters to stop or lose their concentration. Okay, then. So let's just make sure that we've got the rules for that sorted. It is just here. So we can take that and pop it underneath here. So we've got it all ready. Let's take, we put some little dashes in here. So I've got that all ready in case I need it. Okay, so that's cool. That's good. Okay, so they're just trying to stop and prevent. So as they attack, if anybody uses willpower on them, sorry, if they use evade, then it just extends their spell casting straight away. It just naturally just gets longer and longer, their spell casting, and that's their pure idea, is to stop that. And that will be on to Cyrus if I can get it. Okay, then. So next, savage ghouls will attack anyone that approaches the savage ghouls will attack any melee fighters, although they have been ordered to let someone past to break the seal. These magical weapons to hit, to hot to hit and cause damage. Okay. So we've got two. These are going to go down and attack, and these will come in to attack as well. Okay, then now we have the wraith. Now wraiths are quite powerful. And you might be thinking, no, you're a fool, don't do it. But I quite like the idea of it, that they've really been because they have eternal, which means that they live forever. They can manifest, but they can also wither, which means that they can actually do physical damage on the actual material plane once they've manifested. Um, da, 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 da. So I've got one of these all set up already. Here it is. It's just an intensity 2 spirit at the moment. That's all it is. So it's quite weak. The question is, hmm, oh, I've just had a thought. I think this Wraith has been clever in the sense that the shaman has flooded the area so nobody can see the tomb where the dais is. I like that. However, the area has been flooded by swamp spirits, so it is not possible to see the seal. The skeleton bones border the outer edge. Right, so what I'm trying to figure out here is what the party will do. And the reason I'm trying to do this is that I want to be ready to counteract it in some way. I just had another thought. Why don't we put the sealed area acts as a spirit shield, allowing no spirits to pass out, like no air to pass across it. Okay, then. So so spirit shield is actually folk magic spell, I think. Yeah, spirit shield. Look here. This spell creates a shield around the recipient which deters spirits from any spirit wishing to attack or possess the recipient must overcome the spell by winning an imposed test of their willpower. Okay, then. So let's spirit shield as a rating of. Okay, then. So it has to have a rating. Now, this spirit in here, it's intensity 2. Okay, so it says wishing to attack or possess it must overcome this by winning an opposed test of their willpower against a folk magic skill. Now, the willpower of this creature is huge, if I remember right, 76. Has a set rating of 80%. Fading spirits need to roll their whose willpower to pass through. The only way the wraith can pass through is via the seal being broken. Okay, then. So I have a funniest feeling that we're going to get Mr. Death Spirit attacking the wraith. So its willpower is only 22, and it's where's this spirit? This is actually back up to why does it not have its combat style here? Combat. Death Spirit. Oh, its spectral combat is 78. Its willpower is 80. Is that what it says? I don't think it actually does, but that's all right. But this is almost like 79, so it's slightly better. This one is slightly better, which would be interesting, depending what it's going to actually do. I mean, it can battle. I need to somehow get them across that. I wonder if I delay the attacks. Wraith. Oh, I and Vince the humans break seal so that an attack. So it's going to have to try and do that. That's going to have to be what it sort of like tries to do. Right, I need to sort out this editing because this is dreadful. So if we put it in here, yeah, like we can put that into this. Put that like that. These will, and we pop that like that. Savage ghouls will. Let's put that in like that to get that. Okay, so what's this wraith going to do? So initially, one. So hang on, this wraith's going to try and do a certain amount of things. It's going to try and cause the following things to happen because he's not stupid, but he is nasty. So try and encourage the human to cross the seal. That's the first thing. The second thing, we'll laugh at any spirit who is stopped by the spirit shield, as if he has created it. Will order his minions to attack or to delay party. Ghouls will try and drag humans to the wraith. They have been ordered to do this. Once freed, wraith will attack any opponent via spirit combat using wither, cause physical damage rather possession. His attacks can only stopped by if things are going badly, Wraith will flee, but only the seal has been broken. If it has not been broken, Wraith will fight till it's killed. I think it's actually got what are the, does it have eternal? I think it does, doesn't it? It has eternal, so even if it's killed, it's still going to come back. Dissipate only to return at a certain amount of time. Okay. That is good. Okay, I just need to go to the bathroom, so I'll be 2 ticks. So the next thing I need to, the next thing I need to make sure is, how do you kill something that has eternal on? I think I was reading it in the actual spirit types. Yeah. If I can find it. Oh, yeah. The only way to permanently destroy a wraith is to pursue it into the spirit world and destroy it there. Cunning wraiths sometimes recognize animus and withdraw from combat early in order to preserve their magic points for potential spirit combat. Okay, so that is what we need in here as well. This needs that in there, that in there. Okay. I think this is starting to look and act how we want it to. Yeah, I like this. I've got one more thing that I want to, I got one more thing that I want to put up on this. Breaking the seal. When the seal is broken, then heaven will become unstable. This is the secondary defense of shamans who imprisoned the animist. Right. So when it starts, it's going to start it in and it's going to change in a number of rounds. The following is what will happen in the subsequent rounds. Okay, so as soon as the seal is broken, we then got some things happening. In this small vibrations can be felt and small lumps of rock drop from the ceiling. Okay, then what are we going to say? Each player to choose number on a D100 to roll. If the number comes up, a small piece of rock lands on them. Others will be falling round the cavern. Spade can be used to avoid being hit. Hit location will be on the upper body. 1d10 plus 10, and the damage will be 1d4. easy athletics rolls to stay on feet. Larger pieces of rock fall from the ceiling. 1d20 to be hit. The body. Very easy, this one. I'm not really bothered about how easy it is at this stage. I'm more bothered that they use up their action points. And to be hit, upper body, evade equals easy, damage was 1d6. I think I'm going to put that as 1d3 and this at 1d4. Now we're going to have standard athletic rolls to stay on feet. Big chunks of rock falling. 1d10 to be hit. Whole body fade for standard damage was 1d6. Hard athletic rolls. Boulders falling. 1d6 to be hit. Whole body fade was hard damage 1 equals 1d8. The big question is, do I block off the entrance? As the rocks begin to fall, there will be a chance that the entrance will be blocked. Same chance as the players being hit. It will take 4 of the boulders, let's say 6, to completely seal entrance. I wonder whether or not they're trying to. Do you know there's so much that can happen here, so much. I wish my face would just stop it. Don't know why it's firing off at all. Right, let's have a look at what that looks like. Cool. Right, so one of the things that I do need, I need this. I need the name of that. I'm sure I named all of these as well. Vitality, that's that one. Right, let's make a let's make an article for this. I need a name for it. That's what I need. Let's just put name needed. I'll add it as I go along. Private but published. Go to complete edit. Right. Let me go to this. So this now did I save that? I saved that article. Yeah, it's there. It's not finding the article. Has it found it? Yes. Let's see whether or not that's working now. Oh, it's still not working. Okay, what's happening here? Let's just... It's saying that there's not an article there. Look. Let's refresh that and see what's going on here. Why is it not picking this up? There we go. That should now, yeah, and that should then go to name needed. Fantastic. Okay then, so we're done. We're actually done now. This last part of the adventure is sorted. The only thing that I'm not too sure about is whether or not this spirit should be more powerful. That's the only thing that I'm thinking of. I mean, it's got 13 tenacity points, which I would have thought somebody like Bartleby Oh, it has 14. So they're sort of like quite evenly matched at the moment, which should be okay. Okay, we'll see how that goes. That's all done and dusted now. So that's all done. Redid the spells from last night. So that's it. Just about an hour and a half tonight. So thank you so much for coming along. If you've got any questions about what you've seen today or have any hints and tips that I could use, then please put them in the comments below. And if you've been sat lurking, watching, then huge thanks. It's been fantastic for you to be around. And I will see you all next time. Remember, last night's adventure will be up on Friday for everybody to see. But if you are a member, you will get to, a member of the channel, you will get to see that earlier. Also, remember that you can actually support me and all the work I do by going over to the Ko-fi page, where you can do either a regular donation or a one-off donation there. You can also use a super thanks in YouTube, and you can become a member of the YouTube channel as well. And if you could do any of that, I really appreciate it. But I also appreciate you just being around, subscribing, watching the videos, and commenting and liking. That really makes my day. So thank you for that. Okay, I will see you all next time. Until then, I hope all your posed roles are successful and they grant you a well-deserved special. Until next time, happy Mythrasing, everyone. See you later. Goodbye.